Hello, this is Kenya. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Explorations in Curious Herbalism. Hello, hello, hello. I'm excited today. And do you know why I'm excited today? I am excited because it's a sweet day. Well, semi-sweet. Kind of like chocolate, but not like really chocolate because we're not going to eat this thing that we're going to talk about today. But you can chew it. Does that give you a hint on what today's herb is? No. Let me give you a better hint. It's liquid in the name. Still no? Does liquid, doesn't that look cool on there? Do it again. Liquid amber ring a bell? That's right. Liquid amber. You won't forget what we talk about today because you'll be forever seeing this go across your screen. Liquid amber. Liquid amber is a tree. It's the sweet gum tree. That's why I said we're going to talk about something sweet. Okay, so the sweet gum tree. You've probably seen those witches balls, those witch burrs that people sell for a lot of money on, where have I seen them? I've seen them at witch shops. I've seen them online at Etsy. And I'm not knocking Etsy. You know, I got love for y'all. They're on sale at different witch merchandisers, the merchants, the people who make money. And then you often see them on the bottom of your foot as soon as you walk through the woods because they are everywhere in the woods. When it's time for them to drop in the summertime, you are going to walk on one of them if there are any of them around, if any of those trees are around. But you may not remember what they look like. So let's talk about it. Have you ever seen that? It's like a ball, but it's covered in burrs. It's really spiky. No, we are not talking about datura. I know you now. We are not talking about datura. Calm it down, simmer down, simmer down. Not a poison talk today. No, this falls from the sky and it lines up on the ground, in parking lots, in grass, in fields, in groves, and we walk on it and it hurts us and it sticks into our foot and it's mean and we get all upset. But if you ever pick up one of those little balls from the liquid amber, you'll see if you crack it open, if you open that sweet gum, there's seeds in there. And there's two kinds of seeds. They're the green seeds and the black seeds. The black seeds are mature. The green seeds are not. Now, here's the thing. I am going to say some things. And before I do, I would like to remind you, I am not a medical doctor, nor am I a certified herbalist, medical herbalist, nor am I a nurse or a doctor in any form of allopathic medicine. I already said that. Nor am I a certified naturopath. Okay, I told you all of that. And that is to say that what I'm about to say now, I did not tell you to use anything as a remedy. I did not give you medical advice. And if you tell anyone I gave you medical advice, you would be a liar and the truth would not be in you. So now that we've said that, and let the church say amen, and let the coven say mote it be. Here we go. So liquid amber, people often make a tincture of it. But most of y'all doing it wrong. Okay. I mean, there are better ways to do it. Nah. Most of y'all doing it wrong. Many people use the seeds of the liquid amber and they make a tincture and they use it for coughing and they substitute it for Tamiflu. Let me point out something. I am not sponsored by Tamiflu or anyone else. And this is not anything against Tamiflu because Tamiflu is its own product. But what I will tell you is this. Just because the active ingredient inside of the sweet gum or the liquid amber is also found in Tamiflu's formulation. It does not mean it acts the same way. It is not going to give you the same effect as Tamiflu. So please, that's number one. You cannot substitute one for the other because they are not the same. Number two, and this is very important, for those people who are using the little liquid amber ball, I can't tell you what to do. I can't judge you. I'm judging you. No, I'm not. I can't judge you if you're using it for antiviral, but it's not really, no. What you want to use are the leaves in the summer and the bark, well, actually, the gum, the inner meat of the wood in the winter. Yeah, I know, right? It's not what you thought. That ball ain't had nothing to do with it. But here in these parts, we speak of magic. We speak of the unknown and the wisdom of the ancients and their traditions that have been passed down to you. That was cool, wasn't it? Okay, anyway, you should see me in person. That being said, so the thing is, you can use the ball. If you know the seeds in there if you want to. It's probably not going to hurt you unless you're allergic to it, and it's very rare. But remember, don't do anything until you make sure you know you're not going to have a contraindication with anything you're taking. So make sure you talk to your doctor first. And as always, don't just put things in your mouth. Find out first what is going to be okay. Now, let's talk about the magic. Magically, they are a protective herb, traditionally thought to be so. Well, I would guess so with all those pokey points on them. Of course, you would think they were magic. And the leaf is a 5-pointed star. Just saying. But yeah, people hang them in their houses for magic. They hang them in their windows. They make garlands of them. You can make a lot of money if you go gather them and sell them. But hey, oftentimes they're carried on the person as a protective item as well. And what do we know about the difference between amulets and talismans in general? In general conversation, colloquially, yes, I said the word colloquially, the witch's ball is, or the witch's, yeah, well, you could call it the witch's ball, but that's a little bit different, but it's just common parlance. The witch's burr is better. The witch's burr from the liquid amber or the sweet gum tree is used for protection, and you can carry it in your pocket. You can carry it in your purse. You can carry it in your satchel, your pocketbook. Ooh, I just showed my age. But if you carry it in your pocketbook, make sure you don't carry it next to the package with the little strawberry bonbon. Some of us are older and we have that strawberry bonbon candy. Yes, that candy has a name that your grandma had in her purse. The red candy that looks like a strawberry with the green on top wrapper, that's what that is. So you can carry it in your purse. Another thing you can do is use it for prosperity. You can use it against enemies. Yeah, it's not just about protecting all the time. Sometimes you got to do some defensive magic. Defense. But I'm just saying, sometimes you got to do some defensive magic. Sometimes you have to do some offensive magic too. You can throw a little bit. You can throw a little trouble their way if you wanted to. I'm not telling you to do so. I wouldn't do that. But it wouldn't hurt you. It wouldn't hurt you a bit. Now I'm checking my note here real quick. That's what I thought. Okay, coming back. Checking my note. Now here's the thing. We've been calling it sweet gum. We've been calling it liquid amber. Well, if you know about protection magic, you know amber can be protective. So in its name, it tells you the liquid amber of the sweet gum has a protective quality. Listen to what they name it. Listen to the words. But something else about that, you can chew sweet gum. Yeah, it's one of the gums that you can chew. It's not going to be sweet. I'm telling you now, it is not going to be sweet, but you can chew it because it's not horrible. It's not going to be great, but it's not horrible. But if there's a sweet gum, is there a bitter gum? Well, it's called black gum. Black gum. It's a tree, and you can actually chew it just like the sweet gum, but it's sour. It's really sour. That inner meat, that sap, that gum, that resin is, because that's what you're chewing is the resin. That's the gum. It's very sour. It's not, no. But if you were to say, wish to add a little bit of sourness to something, I would definitely recommend the resin, especially if it's sympathetic magic. I would definitely add it to a work that needs sour things. And then maybe you could add sweet gum balls to it, the burrs, to make sure they get your point. Because they're very pokey. They're very pokey and they hurt and they're not fun and they hurt and they hurt. They're not a good time. They're not a good time at all. But I'm not encouraging you to do anything negative because I don't want you saying that I did. Yes, I am. Now listen, I checked my note. I have my note up here on my laptop. Listen, this is between us. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to you because I want you to hear this. Because it has protective properties, you can also use it in healing magic. Everything is not bad all the time. Everything is not just one thing. People are not just one thing. People are truth and falsehood strangely mixed. And that is not my quote. That comes from Timothy Drew, or also known as the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So, what I'm telling you is that there's an old rhyme that says, what can cure can kill, and what can kill can cure. Well, sweet gum ain't gonna kill you. I mean, you have to do some things to it, but... And don't quote me because I'm not going to jail because one of y'all tried to ingest 700 sweet gum pods. Please don't. Please don't put things in your mouth all the time. But I'm just saying, since we know that it can heal, I would recommend opening it up. Please don't leave it in the pod if you're making a little poppet, and putting it in a healing sachet or a healing poppet. Let's talk about that. Please don't make poppets just here and from. Because just no. Because if you make the poppet, you need to know how to take it back apart. Poppets are not supposed to be permanent, okay? They're really not. You could put it in a money sachet. Because that gum, you can go to the tree itself and use some of the gum and dip it in there, the pod in there. But the thing is, it's tricky because you would have to save the burr, the witch's burr, I was going to call it a ball. The witch's burr from the year before from the same tree is what I'd recommend, but you don't have to. You can get it where you get it. And then dip it in that gum to make it stronger for the healing property, because it's that inner wood that is the healing portion of it. You can take the leaves and wrap. You can use my nose is itching. Didn't I tell y'all? Every time my nose itch, I get too close to telling y'all something I ain't got no business telling you. I almost did. You can use the leaves also in a magical sense for healing. I'd recommend dressing a candle in them if you're doing healing. But that's just me. That's just me. You could even do it in petition magic and make the leaf your petition. I'm just saying, only limited by your imagination and your creativity to a point. Now, let's talk about something. I am going to be doing a 4-part seminar series, and it starts in 2 weeks. You can find the information. It's so sad when you get older like me. It's called the Herbal Folklore and Magic Seminar, and it is on Facebook, the Herbal Folklore and Magic Seminar. And we're going to have part 1, but you can also go to events www.spiralmoon.org and find my event there as well, because you can register that way. And it's usually quicker to go through them than to go through directly with me on the Facebook page, because you got to hope that I'm going to pay attention. Now, it's going to start with the early bird this week up until the 21st for $50. After that, it's $75. But, that's all I got to say. This is not a commercial, and I want you to be very careful with that liquid amber. Remember, liquid amber is sweet gum. And remember to join me here next time on Explorations in Curious Herbalism with Kenya T. COVIAK.